Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Eat the Damn Cake podcast.
Welcome back.
My name's Maddie.
And I am Carly.
And it's another week in the books. We say this every week. I feel like last week, this was the consensus. It went by very slowly. And the week before flew.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, oh my God, this week flew by.
Last week
everyone was like,
Last week went by fast for me. The week before that went by slow. The week before that went by fast.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm fast, slow, fast right now.
I'm like,
we'll see how this week goes.
I'm fast, slow. This week, already slow. I just can tell. I know it. It's starting with a rainy day. I'm like, but on the flip side, I don't know. I woke up really excited about the week this week because it is Built by Byron's busiest week to date since we've launched, like ever.
Since a year and a half.
Since a year and a half ago.
So.
We have the
year
most...
and 3/4 ago. It's almost 2-year anniversary.
Stop. We have the most clients we've ever had this week.
Yeah.
So that's a big...
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Carly got 2 drinks from Starbucks today.
Because I'm bougie and I couldn't decide which one I wanted.
I got a venti cappuccino. When it's cold, I like a hot drink, which is like the normal wave. I feel like that's not weird.
I get hot chocolate year
when
round.
It's cold, I like,
you're insane, Maddie.
I know. I like warm things when it's cold. But I usually do drink iced coffee through the whole season. But like we had to walk over the really awful bridge in Seaport, and it's like spitting out. It's not raining. It's just like it feels like someone's just like spitting on your face. If you've never listened to this podcast before,
by the way, welcome.
We are a fitness lifestyle podcast that actively tries to make the fitness industry more inclusive and welcoming to all. But then we also just talk about pretty much anything going on in our lives ever.
Yeah.
And just really keep it interesting. So
yeah, last week was our beautiful parents' anniversary.
Our gorgeous,
happy
adorable
anniversary to them.
Angels.
It was also my
31.
boyfriend. Yeah. It was also my boyfriend's birthday. So we had like a little celebration on Wednesday night. I didn't end up teaching on the Cape last week because my back was so pulled out, which was honestly on Wednesday a blessing and a curse because I got to be able to be there for my parents' anniversary and my boyfriend's birthday.
Yes.
But also was unable to teach my classes, which sucked. But we had this nice little celebration at our house with just the 6 of us.
Yes,
and
boyfriends and parents.
Maddie prepared a beautiful dinner and put me in charge of one thing.
Well, hold on. You're skipping a lot. Basically, I called you and was like, hey, we should make a dinner for mom and dad. And
well,
like,
I originally wasn't going to be...
this was after you had told me that you weren't going to be going to the Cape. And you were
and
home.
I still planned on not doing anything.
But she goes, let me know if you need anything. I was like, yeah, I'll let you know. And then I call her because she like happened to be out. I don't even know. She probably went to go get like essentials or something.
No, I walked too.
Oh. But anyways, I call her. I'm like, hey, like I already went to Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and Stop and Shop like to get dinner. I was making fish. And I was like, and
she had to go to 3 places apparently.
Yes, I did. I did, you bitch. I did.
The fuck are you talking about, bitch?
Yeah. Don't make me explode on you again. And I'm like, hey, like, do me a favor. Are you out? Like, she's like, yeah. And I'm like, can you please just get a cake? And she's like, they love ice cream cake. They want ice cream cake. And I was like, okay, can you go get it? She goes, okay. I'm like, well, I have fish in the car. Like, I can go get it if you need me to. I just have to go back home and then go back out. I was like, no, it's
I said,
fine.
no, it's fine. I'll get it.
Go. And I'm like, okay. But I'm not getting it written on.
Yeah, because I had Duke in the car with me and I didn't want him to tear apart my seats.
And I go, okay.
No, you didn't. You're like, I feel like there should be something written on it.
I did. And you're like, no, I'm not doing it because they do take a really long time at Stop and Shop.
Yeah, they move at a glacial pace.
Well, you have to like track them down.
Yeah, they're not behind the counter. They move at a glacial pace.
I'm always wondering where the baker is. I'm like,
yeah,
hello?
how is this bread made? Because how did it get there?
The thing is one time I was carrying a cake and like, I think I got it written on as a joke. I forget what I got a cake for a random family dinner. I got something. Oh, I think it was for you. I think it was a passive aggressive note I got put on a cake. Anyways, I forget what it was. But I walked through like all of Stop and Shop and finally like asked an associate, I'm like, hey, like, does anyone work back there? Or like, I was like, I just need, and it was a manager and they're like, oh, I do it. I'm like, why is the manager doing the bakery writing? Like, a woman of all trades, because
Seriously.
they asked me to do it. It'd be like literally 4th grade handwriting, like HBD mom. Like,
literally.
It'd be so bad. But anyways, that was the one thing Carly was in charge of. Proceed.
So I graciously go to the Stop and Shop because it was like, you are so welcome. I will grab you an ice cream cake,
like
Maddie.
She parted the Red Sea for me.
Literally did. So I grabbed the ice cream cake out of the fridge section.
Freezer section.
And go home and I put it in the fridge.
But hold on, everybody. I didn't know that happened. Because obviously I like bring everything in. She comes in after me and I saw her walk downstairs. The Byron family is a family of many fridges. We have
4.
we have a garage fridge. We have a laundry room fridge. We have a patio mini fridge. And then we have the kitchen fridge. I would be lying to you if I said they weren't all full, but they are. They're all full.
Yeah.
So Carly waltzes downstairs. So I assume she's putting in one of the 2 freezers. Like, anyone would put
room.
ice cream in. And so I make this lovely dinner. We had, what did we have? We had cod. I made panko Parmesan crusted cod with baby carrots, asparagus, and a white bean puree. It was delicious. I love to cook, everybody. So I make that, and then it's rolling around dessert time, and I'm like, Nick, will you go get the dessert? Like it's ice cream cake. And mom, first of all, Carly's like, mom and dad like love ice cream cake so much.
They do.
Salivate for it. But we tell them it's ice cream cake and mom laughed like audibly. And I was like, I thought you said you love ice cream cake. I like came up with this intense dinner. And I was like, ice cream cake. It'll change their lives. It'll make them so happy. And mom's like, ice cream cake? And Carly's like, I thought you liked it. They're like,
no, we love it. And then they love ice cream cake.
They do. But I think mom, like, I laughed because I think mom was like expecting this like beautiful, like strawberry shortcake or like a more like on brand fancy restaurant type of dessert. And we pull out a Carvel ice cream cake with no writing on it. And it's like a children's birthday party. But anyways, Nick walks downstairs and I follow him because I don't know. I'm a control freak, I guess. I don't trust him to get a cake. I'm like, I'm going to come with you.
She goes, Nick, will you get the cake?
And then
I'll come with you.
I literally pushed my chair on and walked downstairs with him for some reason. Am I okay? I'm like looking back. I'm like, I didn't trust him to do it. Anyways, so we walk downstairs and I go to the garage and he goes to the laundry room and he's like, that's weird. I can't find it. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean you can't find it, you idiot? Like, I'm like being an asshole.
Literally being
and
an
he's
asshole.
like, Maddie, it's like not in there. And I'm like, oh my God, let me look. As if he would miss a cake. Like a whole ass fucking cake in the freezer. So we literally are like walking in there and all of a sudden I like dead stop. I sit there for a second. I'm like, no, she didn't. No fucking way. She did not do that. I'm like, check the fridge. He's like, what? I'm like, check the fridge. He opens it. Lo and behold, the ice cream cake. Emphasis on the ice cream. So he carried up. And it was intact, which was shocking.
But it was melted. Like
it was like melty. And I literally go, Carly, I just want to know where your head was at in this moment. Because where would you put a pint of ice cream? She's like, what? Did I put it in the fridge? And I'm like, she goes, I got it out of the fridge section. And then I go, you got it out of the freezer section. I'm like, what was surrounding the ice cream cake? She's like, fridge stuff. I'm like, you mean other ice cream in the freezer? So we had a melted ice cream cake and my parents were like,
and they loved it.
They loved it. Roger definitely did enjoy it quite a bit, but like,
it's gone.
Tell me not. It was so funny because when they heard ice cream cake, they both were like, they like laughed. They were like excited, but they were just confused a little bit. And then they looked straight at Carly. It was like, your idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good night though. And cheers to 31 years, Mom and Dad.
I just peed my pants laughing because I don't know what was going through my head when I put it in the fridge. I just like kind of stuck it in there and I was like, oh, cold fridge ice cream. Yeah. And but like I was thinking more of the cake part instead of ice cream part. So
it was your idea to get the ice cream cake. I'm just saying.
All right. On that note, we got a new. Well, I was gonna say that I fell in slow motion on a walk with Duke the other day, but it wasn't that funny.
You fell again?
Again with Mom in a mud pile the other day. I tripped. I was looking at my phone while I was walking. Stupid Carly, and bad Carly. And so then I tripped over a rock, and it was like I was trying to go up on the rock, but my foot caught it, and I fell into a mud pile. But it was like slow motion, and Mom watched the entire thing, and she was crying, laughing. Like she was.
It's really funny when like people fall,
but it was in like I like did it in sections. I like fell forward
Did you get
first.
Muddy?
What?
Did
Yes.
you get muddy?
I fell forward first, then fell like on my hip, then like put my hand down, then put my other hand down, and like literally ended up fully on my back. So
that's great. I'm trying to think of anything I did. We went to an engagement party this weekend.
Congrats. Shout out Caroline and Brandon.
Caroline and Brandon. So cute. She looked flawless.
Flawless.
Makes me wonder when that'll happen. Just one day.
Nick doesn't listen.
Nick doesn't listen. So, except he'll randomly listen and be like,
I heard you talking shit.
And I'm like, yeah, actually. So, me being the lovely girlfriend I am, yesterday, Nick went to the Pats game and had like incredible seats. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I didn't get a ticket. That's funny. He did get offered them by a work friend. So, obviously, I would not be invited. And I hate sports. So, it's fine. I was like, I'll do all his laundry and be really sweet. Did I Venmo request him for it? Yes.
You did?
I did. Our washer dryer is a little pricey.
Is it like $7 a load?
Oh my God, no. That's really expensive. Imagine
Isn't that what it was in college? Or $2.50?
No, it's like $1.25 and $2.50 and $1.25.
So However, Venmo request?
I Venmo requested him $12 because I had to do 4 loads of laundry. And often his shit has to be like dried twice because it's all Carhartt stuff. So, and I promise there's like a funny part coming to this. It's not me just being like, I did laundry. I'm amazing. Someone give me a cookie.
That's what she's doing.
No, it's not. So I was doing all of mine, then I started his, and I like, you know when you just like chuck everything into the dryer, like you just like throw it in, shut it, and you're like, great. I'm like hearing this really loud like clanging and banging, and I'm like,
it's just a bunch of clanging.
I'm like, that's weird, and I'm like looking at it as if I would like what, like it's probably just, it's an old building. I'm like, it's probably just the dryer. So I'm like yanking everything out of the dryer, and a remote falls out of the dryer. And I'm like,
It's in Nick's pocket.
I'm like, this is not our remote. And I text him, I'm like, hey, surprise, I did your laundry, but I also threw a remote, and I assume it's from your job site, through the wash and dryer. He goes, oh God. Like, so this is half your fault because you left it in there, and half my fault because I didn't check any of your pockets prior.
I would
Never. Because that is what wives do usually, and I'm not a wife yet, so, or a fiance.
Yeah, so you haven't been upgraded.
I don't have to do that yet.
Yeah.
But
you know that TikTok that's like, you have requested a wifey action. To upgrade, you must provide an engagement ring. Until then, this access will not be provided.
That's basically what, I'm not checking your freaking pockets unless I'm looking for a ring in there.
Yeah.
Nope. But I was clicking the buttons. It was piping hot, y'all. This remote was like 800 degrees. I'm like clicking the buttons, like, I wonder if it still works. And the light was coming on, like it was working. And I like opened that, I'm like, how the fuck is this still alive? Like it went through the wash in a like 1,000-degree dryer. And I'm like, it still works. He's like, how do you know? It like puts the lights on at work. I'm like, I drove all the way to your goddamn job site and tested it. I'm like, there's a light on it. I don't know. And then there was so many other things that like fell out of his pockets. I'm like, I'm never doing his laundry again because it's going to be a liability.
Yeah.
I'm going to rent like a screw like 3 inches long And I was like, that could have been the clanging too. And it was also 1,000 degrees. I like burnt my hand because I pulled it out of his pocket. I was like,
So if you
PSA.
couldn't tell, Maddie was very bored yesterday because
I was so bored.
she's like, what do I do when I live alone? And I'm like, get a pet.
I can't get a pet. I'm upset about it. But anyway, I just had a little bit of a tip.
Maddie just threw it.
You should have seen my face. I was looking down at my cup, like really upset. Like, well, you have Duke to talk to. I just wouldn't talk to myself.
But
like except I sometimes find myself doing it, but I'm like, Maddie, you have neighbors. Quiet down. Who are they going to think you're talking to? Like, and then yesterday I walked out, like when I'm in my apartment, I don't give a shit, obviously. So I have these like shower headbands that are like
I have one.
and like bright pink and have a bow on the top.
Yeah, I recall.
And I put those on like if I shower and don't wash my hair, and that's what I did yesterday. And then I was wearing like lime green sweatpants, my lime green Ugg slippers, like a camo shirt, and like my hair was clipped up. I had the under eye patches on, and I was like, oh, time to go switch over my laundry. And it's like simultaneously, that's when every neighbor that lives next to me decides to be out and about. Hey, Maddie, how are you? I'm like,
has her eye patches underneath.
Hey, good to see you. They're like, thanks. I'm like,
not good to see me.
Good to see me. Okay, that one stung a little bit, but that's fine. It's fine.
All right, let's go into our hell yeah, hell nah.
Okay, so I still don't know how to pronounce her name.
Me neither.
So maybe we can do a little dictation on...
Should I try?
Yeah.
Kayla Intense. Kayla Itsines. Kayla. Have you heard of her?
How to say...
Kayla Itsines. Itsines.
Kayla Itsines.
Oh.
Itsines. Why is that funny?
Because I'm not a good...
Itsines.
Okay. Did everyone hear that? Can you hear that? Okay, great. Everyone, I'm not going to try to say it again.
Kayla Itsines.
Itsines.
Sounds like...
Weenus.
This is why Maddie doesn't let me talk as much.
Okay.
Kayla Itsines. I will not forget that now.
How old are you? Grow up. Okay. So, Kayla. We're going to call her Kayla.
Kayla
Like, I have asthma. When I laugh too much, I have asthma attacks. So just be prepared.
Cute.
So basically she is, I would call her a fitfluencer. And she is a personal trainer. I'm pretty sure she's a registered personal trainer. Like
Certified freak. 7 days a week.
Nope. So she has kind of built an empire. So I followed her for actually a while, and I don't really know how I came about her. She's Australian. She's ripped. She is like
the tiniest human in the face of the earth.
She is so sculpted. And I'm like, okay, well, could never be me.
A little intimidating.
So she started out, and I don't know if you remember this, but like she used to just launch PDFs like for $120, and like it was like thick stacks of like workouts, like a paper, and you'd bring it to the gym with you, because this was before like apps and stuff. So like you would go onto your computer and just print it out and bring it wherever you went. Now she's launched the Sweat app. And the Sweat app, and that I'm going to take it back for 2 seconds. The things that you would print out, the PDFs, were called BBG or...
Oh, I remember BBG.
Yeah. What was it? What did it stand for? Bikini Bod
Guide,
yeah. Bikini Bod Guide.
So that
Cringe.
name, that name.
Yeah, I don't like that. But stand perfectly neutral right now. So the Sweat app is like a little bit of an upgrade from that, but also when you sign up for it, it's $20 a month, and there's a free 7-day trial. I was reading a lot of reviews and a lot of things about it. She got absolutely ripped apart because like any 7-day trial, you sign up, you have to put your credit card info in. People don't realize this. I'm like,
I know.
In the reviews, people are like, absolutely don't sign up for it. It's not free. I'm like, that
You're an
is
idiot.
okay.
No, they're an idiot. If they put their credit card in, don't think they're automatically going to get charged. No, I have an issue with this because people would sign up for our 1 month of our like 30-day on-demand subscription and then be shocked when they got charged the second month. And I'm like, they're like, I didn't want the second month. And I'm like, no, it's a subscription, which means it renews on its own.
Well, it's tough sometimes to think of it that way.
Wrap your tiny pea-sized brain. Just kidding. So I like the reviews. I honestly have her back because
that's what I was saying.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm done. My mic's off.
You're so angry. Well, what I was saying is people were like literally ripping her apart. And I was like, a 7-day trial. And like, I think now since those reviews, they updated underneath the 7-day trial button that like you will be charged $20 after a week. But like when I forgot to cancel my FabFitFun subscription, I did not blame them.
Yeah. Did you tear apart FabFitFun?
No, I just was like, hey, I tried to cancel and clearly I have a pea-sized brain, according to Carly. And I couldn't figure it out. So I canceled it. So what the BBG or the Sweat app includes. So it's a lot of HIIT workouts, but the thing that she pretty much promotes is 3 days of circuit training a week. And it's arms, abs, legs, full body. And then you have 2 to 3 days of low intensity steady state and high intensity interval training cardio days. And then this is like the app. So like you're basically signing up for a program. And the one thing I'll say after starting to read about it, it's all the same based on every person, which is like a lot of subscriptions. However, it's really like prescribed in the way that it's like, okay, every person that signs up for this is going to do the exact same like style program.
So it's not personalized.
It's not personalized.
Which makes sense why it's only $20 a month.
Right. It makes sense. But I think the problem with something that's that structured, like for example, ours is just a compilation of a bunch of workouts.
Yeah.
We don't give you a specific schedule because we know every single person signing up for our subscription is going to have a different goal and also be in a different probably level.
Yeah.
So the only thing that worries me about stuff like this is people sign up for it thinking, oh, I'm going to look like that person on the before and after picture. Because that's what her app and her website kind of thrives off of because it's huge. Like thousands and thousands and thousands of people have done it. She is very, very rich.
Congrats, girl.
Congrats. Like so impressed.
Yeah.
And she's built an empire. But I think with that comes obviously sometimes scrutiny.
Absolutely.
But also a lot of success. A lot of people have found success with it. Most of I read through a lot of personal blogs of people that have tried it. And they all were like, I had a great time with it. Not going to lie, though, the before and after pictures were one of the biggest reasons why I did it. And it's like, I totally get that idea, especially if your journey is about weight loss goals. However, kind of like we always talk about, if me and Carly do the same workout every day, eat the same thing, sleep the same amount, do everything identically, we're still not going to look the same.
Yeah.
And that's my only concern when things like this.
It's like false advertising and like almost like false promises and guarantees.
Right.
Because when you look at Kayla, her body's incredible. Like she has an amazing build.
And she's worked so hard for it
but I'm sure genetics play a part in that.
For anyone that has any body, genetics obviously built it. So I think for the pros and cons, a lot of people said it's easy to do at home, which is great. Low equipment. It's not super expensive. It's $20 a month. That's not expensive.
No. Like, that's what I spent at Starbucks alone today.
Right. literally Starbucks was $16 for these 3 drinks. Sorry, mom and dad.
It was on our business.
I never got talked to about that last week. Anyways, everyone. So they said they're effective. Like you feel like you got a good workout in, and they're quick. They're only 27 or 28 minutes each. So less than 30 minutes, I think, is like her big, thing. Like you have time for it.
Yeah.
The cons, fairly repetitive. They said it. There's a lot of the same movements. And I totally understand that from a trainer's perspective, though, because in a very low equipment or no equipment,
there's only so much you can do.
There's only so much you can do, especially if you're going low impact. Like you got to get really creative.
Yeah.
So BBG, the PDFs or the version that you buy on her app, is pretty much only high impact. She's made new programs now that have low impact, strength, circuit, everything. But they said very high impact, like a lot of jumping, a lot of like wild movements. So I feel like it kind of puts it in a box as in like, you're not going to hit every person marketing and like,
yeah.
Too, because there's going to be people that are like, yeah, no, I like can't do that. And I know that it's sometimes discouraging if you go into a new workout and you're like all amped up and you're like, hell yeah, I'm going to crush it. And then the first 5 moves of the workout, you're like, I can't do any of these. And they didn't provide modifications. They did say like modify if necessary. Not sure, because obviously we didn't buy it or do the 7-day trial, but not sure if she provides those modifications. I think she does, but it's very like high impact heavy.
So I had a client this morning talking to me about her program and how she used to do it until she found us.
Yay. Love her.
Love her. And she was saying that she didn't like the terminology that she used, saying, oh, we're going to get that beach bod and stuff like that.
Everybody is a beach body.
Yeah. So it just like that didn't sit right with her. She said also, her biggest pet peeve is when trainers aren't aware how bigger bodies need to move, like smaller trainers not being aware about how certain movements with
all bodies will move differently.
Exactly. No. So she was saying that like like some of the moves she did, she was not mindful that some people could not physically do it. And so that's what Maddie's saying, like with the modifications, which is very frustrating to people. And when they feel like it's not achievable. And also, but she did say that she loved that you could work out from home with a chair and your body and get a 28-minute workout in. Yeah. And like kick your own ass with it. So she said for her, it would have been a hell yeah. And I was like, for me, it's probably a hell nah.
I think for me, it really depends on what you're looking to get out of it. What your fitness journey already looks like. Like, I don't think she's not credible, because I think she is. And I think that, her workouts are probably difficult. But I've never taken one of hers, so I feel like I can't give a proper hell yeah, hell nah until I would try it.
Yeah, I agree with that. However, terminology immediately turns me off, and I don't think that I would like to support anyone who has like a beach body guide. Yeah. And apparently the second she became pregnant, she changed all her terminology and then
really?
Yeah. And then was like, oh, my body doesn't move the same as when I wasn't pregnant. And I was like,
well, and it's like great that she's getting aware, but it's like trainers now,
they need to be aware from the start.
Yeah, I mean, always.
It can't be like this like mind-blowing transition in the middle. It's like you need to get with the times before they're happening.
Right. So, I mean, I think, yes, I'm sure it's great, and a lot of people have seen quite a bit of success with it, but fitness is not a one-size-fits-all approach. So just because some of the people advertising it are like, changed my life, doesn't mean it's going to change yours, which is okay. And I think, that happens with anything.
I don't know if she makes any guarantees or not, but if she does, then I'm out.
I mean,
it's a no from me, dog.
I think mostly it's like those before and afters. They're just like all over the app. Like the app is literally just like all the before and afters. And yes, people, you can see visual results, but it's also like some people we always say aren't after that.
Yeah.
Like they're not on that journey. And I'm like, and people might be like, oh, but like who isn't? I'm like, there are plenty of people that are just like, no, that's not why I work out.
Just looking to get stronger.
I'm just trying to gain some strength, some mobility, some functional training. Like I remember like hearing a couple of people talk about functional training. Like I just want to carry my groceries without getting tired.
I want to be able to get my thing off of the carry-on.
Yep.
On an airplane.
Yep. There's just like those small things in life that you're like, to be real, I just want to be able to like forward carry a case of waters and not want my arms to crumble off. Like, like small things like that. But I'm going to do a hell maybe. I really want to try it just to see how she speaks when she teaches, what her demoing looks like.
Yeah.
Because I feel like.
Put it on the card. It's a write-off.
Well, no, I'll do the 7-day trial and I'll remember.
I'm just kidding.
Cancel it.
We had a meeting with our tax guy today and I was like, it's a write-off, right? I was like,
have you guys ever seen the Schitt's Creek? It's like when David worked for a clothing store. And if you haven't, I'm sorry, but he bought sheets, lamps, and candles, and he's trying everything. And his dad's like, where are you getting the money for this? He's like, it's a write-off. And he's like, I don't think you know how write-offs work.
Like, who writes it off? He's like, I don't know the write-off people. That's literally me.
Carly's like, it's a write-off, right? And we're like, no.
So we were with the tax guy today and I was saying that all my acupuncture appointments were a write-off and he was like,
no.
So
he's like, who told you that?
Well, he was like, so the IRS doesn't see self-care as a write-off. And I go, but what if you don't have health insurance and you need it to stay healthy? And he was like, that's a good case, but like I don't think the IRS cares.
They don't give a shit.
And I'm like trying to fight. And he's like, I believe you that you need it.
Yeah, he's like, I believe you need it, but no.
So shout out to the best tax guy out there. He's going to make it a write-off for me. He's going to figure it out.
I don't think he is.
He is.
He didn't say that.
Yeah, I have faith in him.
He didn't say that. He was like, well.
He said, we'll try to get some of them.
He's like, probably none. But he's like, that is just so not a write-off. Like, equipment for the gym. Okay, that makes sense. Acupuncture for Carly.
And Maddie. You also charge it.
I haven't gone to acupuncture in months.
That's not true. You were there like 2 weeks ago.
I wasn't. I haven't literally gone to see my boy Harv in a while. Harv, shout out. Miss you. Anyways, so we went shopping this weekend. Actually, yes, yesterday with our mom, my mom, and we were going to get Duke some toys and treats. I wish I was kidding. I was on my way home and Carly and mom, obviously I called them because I am incapable of calling anyone when I'm driving because I am lonely. I love him. So they call me and they're like, we have to go get Duke treats. Carly. She's trying to try the middle one. She's trying to show a photo.
It's okay.
Hurley's gonna, right. We don't even have YouTube anymore, so we'll have to put this in our promo. That's Duke with his dog latte.
No, Bud Light toy, his pup light.
So we went to Marshall's to go shopping and for Duke, literally only for Duke. Of course, I bought this flannel that I'm wearing right now, but that's besides the point. So we're in the women's section, and they have like Marshall's now has a lot of workout stuff. Like you can literally buy a spin bike at Marshall's. Like some of our weights for our gym, shamelessly, are from Marshall's.
All of our kettlebells.
Yeah,
all of them,
and they're all really nice.
Yeah.
However, we have a bone to pick with Marshall's and pretty much most stores.
Yeah.
Most stores that don't like that kind of market their things separately. The women's section only had like ankle weights, yoga mats,
and 2 and 3 pound weights.
2 and 3 pound weights, waist trainers, like the most random tiny little like weight accessories, and that was it. And then I go, no, Carly, let's go to the men's section because that's where I always buy our stuff if I'm here.
And I was
that's where I found it. She's
that's
like,
fucked.
She's like, that's literally insane. And we go over dumbbells, kettlebells, ropes, ladders, like full on benches and a spin bike and like slam balls. And I'm like, okay, so I get it in the sense of like putting all of it in one place, but it's not really putting it all in one place because you took
the lighter
the
stuff.
tiny pink, fucking pink tax.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing. If you all don't know what pink tax is, women's razors are more expensive than men's razors. If you look, the pink and purple ones could be the same brand as the men's, but the pink tax makes them more expensive. So let me know. But like those little light pink weights that they think they're like, oh my God, come in, come lift them. Like, why are we doing this still? Why? I just need to know, like, everyone has a need for all different kinds of gym equipment.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4 pound weights. Men need them too. I take a lot of spin classes. I see a lot of people spinning. 3 pounds is heavy in a spin class, okay? Maybe even outside of a spin class. But it's such like discrimination against women in that point. I'm like, just because we're women, does that mean we don't get the fun weights and stuff? And that's in TJ Maxx too, I think.
Yeah.
I checked the same. I like go there a lot, you guys. I'm a Maxinista.
Oh my God.
Marshall's Maxinista. But the only place that didn't have that out of the TJXP places is Sierra. That was just like, because they're like a camping store, but all their stuff was in the same spot, which I appreciated.
So thank you, Sierra, for
Thank
getting
you,
it
Sierra,
together.
for getting your shit together.
But yeah, no, it's pretty messed up that there's still this like stereotype that like men lift heavier, men need more workout equipment, women need the waist trainers. Like it's messed up that like that's how it's separated in a store. And I just like didn't like the look or the vibe of that. And I was like honestly ready to go up to the employees of Marshall's and be like,
it's not their fault.
No, I know it's not their fault, but I just wanted to be like, so I have a question. I just want to know why everything is separated between like all of your gym equipment. Like have one section that says fitness equipment. You know what? They have enough to have a section of it. But like it's just kind of messed up that the heavier stuff was in the men's and like just kind of like insinuating that women only want like the lightweights, the waist trainers, and men only
and
lift
the yoga
heavy.
mats, which is like so weird.
Well, my boyfriend does yoga every single day.
The men's section didn't have a single yoga mat.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
And they had like the gym flooring and stuff. It was just insane. So we just needed to point that out. So if you're looking for heavy lifting equipment
at your local Marshall's, it'll be
to
in the men's section.
Yeah. So there you go. And unfortunately, we can't do this or that this week because Instagram is down.
Well, we can.
Oh, did you save it?
I mean, we can.
I can't even pull it up.
Oh, I can pull it up. So I did game day snacks this morning. Carly was like, can you do this or that? I was like, great. Pop back, eyes closed, start brainstorming real quick, wake up, put them on. Thought about the Patriots game that I did not watch last night. Come for me, I don't care.
I was like very emotional over it.
I just don't watch. Sorry. Okay. Game day snacks. When you're eating wings in Hurley, you best believe we want your opinion. Drumsticks or flats?
Flats. All day.
Flats.
Me too.
The best.
I know this probably doesn't have half of the votes, but also Instagram's been down
just say the percentages.
most of the day. So 63% of people said flats, 37% for drumsticks. Okay. Flavor. Buffalo or barbecue?
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
I like the buffalo.
You hate spicy.
No, but like buffalo wings, as long as it's a good buffalo sauce, doesn't like make your mouth on fire. They're like very flavorful. 60% for buffalo and 40% for BBQ, which I was actually kind of surprised. Have you guys ever had Buffacue? Amazing. Buffacue is delicious. Buff chick dip or spinach artichoke dip?
Spinach artichoke.
Wow, Carly, really?
Love it.
This one was tough.
I know, it was hard.
I think I did buffalo chicken.
I also did buffalo chicken, but spinach and artichoke dip.
I love it.
No, but this is the thing. Some don't hit good.
No, I like the homemade ones.
Yeah. Trader Joe's has a pretty good version. 80-20, buff chick for the win. All right.
Guac.
Did I? Guac.
You spelled it with a Q.
If it makes you feel any better, I did not notice when I was answering.
God.
Quack.
You guys.
I noticed. But it was too late to say anything. You're like, what? Walk.
I did do this with my eyes half open this morning, which is no excuse, but like a little bit.
Quack.
Quack.
Well, that's what I picked.
Everyone picked quack. They knew exactly. I bet so many people didn't notice.
Natalie Downey replied, oh, sorry, hey, Nat. She replied, quack. Like Quack.
They probably all thought it was you, unfortunately, because
Probably.
you've made the mistakes in the past. And I'm sorry that I made
It
you
was
look
Maddie.
this way. It was me. 71% for guac and salsa is 25.
I said salsa.
Guac literally has the g, like G. And in my mind this morning, quack. Guacamole. I love guacamole. On a charcuterie board, cheeses or meats?
Cheeses, unexpected cheddar, and the nice like whipped goat cheese.
What about you?
Yeah, I'd probably do cheese too.
Guys, I love cheese so much. It makes me not poop for like days.
Okay, moving right along.
That's the worst though. Like I think I have
a
a
laxative.
problem with cheeses, but I love goat cheese. Oh, the percentage? You don't want to hear about my poop schedule? 78% for cheeses, 22 for meats. Y'all are going to have some intestinal issues, okay?
No.
Okay. Dessert, cookies or cupcakes? This one was hard.
Cup cookies.
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes?
I think I did cookies.
Cookies. Cupcakes are bleh.
Well,
Bleh.
I love cupcakes.
I'm not big on cake.
They're just hard to eat sometimes.
Unless mom makes cookies, that's when I'll choose cookies over cupcakes.
Okay, well,
That's all. Goodbye.
that's all. Goodbye.
Just kidding. We probably won't be around next week.
Yes, next week is sorry, everybody. Next Monday is Marathon Monday, and we typically come and record on Mondays.
And then we are very busy bees, so we don't have
Super
time to
busy bees.
so we don't have time to get in.
So that means the Grand is canceled next week as well. But then you can come back to Boston on the following Monday, take our Grand class, wait for the episode to drop on Tuesday, and have a great 2 weeks without us.
Yeah. And then also we are starting to teach circuit classes on Wednesday night out of our Framingham location.
So DM for that.
And then also October 17th, it's a Sunday.
Yep.
We are hosting an event in Framingham with Winter Properties, and we're going to be teaching 2 fitness classes that day. $10
Super inexpensive.
$10 to attend the fitness class for one of them, or $15 for both. So we're going to be promoting that shortly. October challenge still rolling in.
You can still sign up.
Yeah, you can sign up literally at any point in October.
Curly, you can still sign up.
Let's go.
It's $5.
All right, $5. 31 workouts.
Hell yeah. I'll do it.
Okay,
let's do it.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. All right. We are going to actually go on record with those girls right now. So also tune in to them this week if you want a little extra Carly Maddie time.
All right, live, laugh, love, and live, laugh, live. Have a good week.
Stay back.